Welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about looping backwards and loops in loops. In this lecture, we'll do two things. First, we'll loop over an array backwards, and second, we'll also create a loop inside another loop. So let's take an array here from the previous example, this. Okay. Let's print this array loop backwards. In the last video, we looped from the beginning, right? So this how this array works is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This way it works when we print it. So we are just going to print it on the reverse, okay? In this pattern, we are going to print this output. So basically, this Michael, Peter, Stephen goes first, and teachers goes second, and this stays there. P 3, 4, Lloyd. So this way it goes. So here, let's start with counter and name it I. Okay, let I. So here we are declaring I equals to this Jonas dot length minus 1. So I'll explain you why we are writing this way. So in the here constraint we are declaring I greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and I minus minus in this case. So basically what we have done here is this Jonas dot length is the array value which is 4. So here it declares Jonas dot length 5 minus 1. Here it goes to 4, right? So in the next iteration we just declare the condition uh, when do we want to stop the loop. So when it reaches to less than or equals to 0, right? So when it reaches 0, automatically it should get the loop should get stopped. So instead of increasing the iteration 1 plus plus, so here we are coming in the reverse way, right? So 4 minus 1, it is 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 3. In the same ways it goes all the way till 0, and here the loop stops. And then here we'll just go ahead and console.log. Here we'll declare I and Jonas of I. Let me show you here. See, so our first array value here is 4. So it is printing out reverse, right? So why I declared I is it is declaring this value here. So without I, if you just print it out, we'll just print out the only array. So I am just printing out the for the values. Okay, so we just printed out this array in a reverse format. So our first situation is done. So let's say if we add an array here, so if we add an element in the array for, let's say, boolean value true, as you can see, it is automatically getting added here, right? Because previous video we discussed about Jonas dot length, so it automatically declares the length of an array, right? So it changes everything automatically, no need to do manually. So this helps us a lot. As you can see, it just changed. So this was the first part. Now I wanted to show you the second part now, how to create a loop inside of a loop. So let's do that by going back to our gym example. There we have 10 repetition for a certain weight lifting exercise, remember. But now let's say we have 3 different exercises and we want to repeat each of the exercise 5 times. So that means a total of 15 repetitions. So 5 for each set. So 5 for each of the 3 exercise. So lock all these exercises. We need a loop inside a loop. Okay. So for that, let me just turn this off. Let me just here print. So let me just get an example from the previous video. So based on this example, we'll just create our case here. So for let I, so not I, here we are taking exercise. We are declaring it initially 1. Okay. So exercise, it maximum range, it goes to 3 exercise, right? So when it reaches 4, it should break the loop. So exercise plus plus. Okay. In this, we are going to console.log start exercise. Okay. And here we are declaring one more loop inside a loop. So for that, we'll just say let rep equals to 1. So in this case, we need only reps of 5%, right? So we are just setting here as 6. So when it reaches 6 reps, it should automatically exit the loop. So here we'll console.log. So this is how we are just going to declare our output, right? So this might sound confusing. Let me just turn this off. So as you can see here, 3 exercise, start exercise 3. So in each set 15. So let me just go ahead and give here so as you can see here, exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, and in each exercise we are getting 5 reps. So if we want, we can just here add this here as well, and just turn it off here. So you can see. As you can see, exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, in each 5 reps, as you can see, we can declare in this way as well. And that's it for this lecture. And all there is left is another type of loop, which is called while loop. We'll discuss that in the next section.